Hi, so I kind of wanted to get on here and talk to you guys because I promised this video a while back and timing's never been good, but I figured I would go ahead and do it now while I can. So, my name's Courtney Akev. I just graduated from welding school in November, and previously I kind of wanted to tell my story about it because it's starting to become a more common story, but I kind of want to talk about it because no one else does. So, let's do it. Anyways, so for 6 years, my first job was being a CNA. I worked at a hospital for 6 years and pretty much loved it until the very end, where it was not tolerable at all for me. I just was not happy. I didn't like anything about it. Um, Fast forward, I went to a trip with my friends and we all went to Nashville. We came back and my boss was like, "You're not happy. Like, I don't know what to do to make you happy, but it's not this. Like, I don't. What's the game plan? Are you gonna go to college?" And at the time I was in college, I was trying to get into the respiratory program, and it just nothing was working out. Nothing was going good for me, and I wasn't discouraged yet because I knew I just hadn't found the right calling, I guess. So I was like, you know what, I'll figure it out. So I went home. I literally got on TikTok, and there was welding school. So I went to MWI. I applied. They called me the next day and they're like, "How about in 2 months?" I was like, "Oh, that gives me time to prepare." All they said you needed was steel toed boots, obviously jeans, flannels, like fire resistant clothes. And so I went and got all that stuff. And July 25th came around and I started welding school. And it's crazy because I never would have thought I would have done it. Ever. So I started. My first day, I was terrified. And I'm not one of those to get terrified of things easily. It's mostly just, I don't even know. It was just mostly am I actually here? Like, what am I doing? So I started, and then one day turned into 1 week, 1 week turned to 1 month, and so on, so on, so on. A lot of things I learned was my institution I went to, they gave me my own hood. The hood they gave me was a just normal outlaw leather hood. It was very nice. They gave me all the stuff I needed. They gave me a bucket with a stinger, tools, everything I needed to be prepared for my first day in the shop. Now, the clothes that I got Durango steel-toed boots. I got some Ariat jeans. We call it Ariat here in Missouri, but it's Ariat. I also got some flannels from Marriott, Carhartt clothes. I'm trying to think what else I got. Yeah. And they set up housing for me, so I lived up there throughout the week. I was also working in the hospital during the weekends, so everything was kind of working out. I had no prior experience to welding. I had none. So if you don't have any experience, that's okay. They say it helps to have some experience, which is it. Anything helps to have any experience in anything. But if you don't, it's fine. I didn't. But you've got to be upfront and honest with your instructor. So my first day in the shop, he put me into my booth and he was like, "Okay, go get your grinder." And he told me all these other things I need. I'm like, I don't even know how to work a grinder. I don't even know what I'm doing. So he's like, "All right, go into the grinding room, grind these out, and then come back." And I was like, I don't know how to work a grinder. And he was like, "Oh, you don't know." I was like, "I don't know." I don't know. And so he took me to a little section and showed me how to use a grinder, showed me the portions of it. And there was other people in my class that didn't know, but they were so scared to ask. I will not be killing myself with a grinder. I will not have something cut me up in the no. No. So I went to the grinding room, did all that. When we got back, we went to learn to set up our stingers, learn to pretty much work everything. And it was a unique journey. I got my structural certification. I got my 6010 root on the pipe certification. I almost got my TIG root, but that was my last day of school. I got a job, so I graduated 2 weeks early. So pretty much, I had a great experience. Some tips I would give anybody kind of switching careers is you have to be open-minded. You've got to be open-minded to constructive criticism, because those guys, you've got to understand, they don't really have a filter. They're going to be like, that looks like shit. What are you doing? Are you okay today? Because I was really good at certain stuff, and then I'd have an off day, and they'd be like, what in the are you doing? That looks like shit. And I'm so glad that they prepared me that way, because out in the field, they say the same thing. So tip number 2, I would say, have a good attitude, be positive about it. You're going to have off days. We're humans. We're not perfect. Don't get mad. Don't throw things. Do not throw things. I had so many classmates that threw things, and the instructor would be like, out, get out, come back tomorrow. We're not doing that here. You're an adult. Because that gets you off the job site so fast. Other things. Yeah, just be open-minded. Open-minded to other people. Like, you're going to have different instructors come in and teach you different ways of doing the exact same thing. But your actual instructor might show you something and you're like, it's just not clicking. Another instructor can come in and show you a different way and you're like, that clicks. That's okay. Whatever works for you to have a good bead weld process, it's perfect. Whatever works. Because at the end of the day, we all have the same goal. To make sure our welds are clean and good, and that will keep our metal intact. Pretty much. I would say watch out. So as a woman going in, so here's some tips. Don't hook up with your classmates. Don't start drama. So we're a little bit more emotional. That's okay. When you do get upset, just kind of go to the bathroom, take a minute. Like when I would get upset, my instructor would catch it. I'd be like, I'm not okay. Give me a minute. Like I would kind of like joke about it and then be like, I'm good. We're good. Everything's okay. Show up every day. Be the hardest worker there. They're going to expect you. They're going to kind of help you out a little bit more because they're rooting for you. That's what my school did anyway. I can't speak for other schools, but my school was like, you got this. You're better than the other guys. So, and you're going to want to go in there and be better than the other guys. It's just like, that's how it is. You're going to want to have a better outcome because you're already kind of, I don't even know how to put it. You're already at the bottom of the totem pole. So you got to prove yourself over and over and over. And then when you go out on job sites, it starts all over. You got to prove yourself all over again. And it gets exhausting. So be ready for that fight. You're going to have so many obstacles. You're going to have the harassment. You're going to have the bullying, the picking on. You're a woman. You're going to have boobs. You're going to have a butt, hips. Guys have eyeballs. They're going to look at it. So just kind of be prepared. Be ready. Don't be mean to them. Don't be mean. Like, it's easy to be mean to the guys. Some guys there just really have a good heart. Like, I made incredible friends that I'll forever have that I could hit up at any time and just ask if, work with them. I made incredible friends. So, I graduated in November 28th, and I had a job. I started a week later. I kind of gave myself like a break because I was constantly on the go for 4 months. And I started my first job. It's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm making significant more money than I was at the hospital. So what they don't tell you is when you go out on the job, the men, they're a little bit more, there's either great men or there's not. Sometimes there's an in between, but it's very rare. So for instance, I've been followed into the restroom. I have a very testy personality. I have no problem. I'll square up to a guy. I will argue with him. I don't care because we're doing the same job. I'm just as equal as you in my mind. Yes, I know I'm a woman. I'm going to be weaker. I'm going to have different outcomes of certain things, but you know what? At the end of the day, we're all welders. You're not better than me. I'm not better than you. We're doing the same job. So don't come up at me being much. Don't do that. So I've had guys yell at me. I've had guys insult me. I've had guys harass me. I've had my lead and my supervisors have to tell men to never talk to me, come in contact with me. If they do, they're going to get fired. My first week there, I had a guy caress my face. I was like, don't touch me. Don't do that. You gotta stick up for yourself. Like, you're gonna have guys be like, that's wrong. And you're like, no, it's not. It is not wrong. Read the blueprint. So, just be ready. So this was kind of like the short intro, I guess, of this YouTube channel. I kind of want to get into more things. This kind of channel is open for anything. Like, I'll talk about welding, beauty, answer some questions, anything really. Just fun tips or tricks. And honestly, just go for it. Just wing it. My biggest tip to the women out there thinking about doing it, this is how I looked at it. You only live this life once. Do you want to get older and regret it not trying? Think about it. Are we thinking? That's what made me do it. Best decision I made. So, come back with another video if you guys have any questions. My Instagram will be down below. Hit me up on my Instagram. I have TikTok. I'm really open. I want to be a voice for many people. That's kind of the thing. I just want there to be, I want to show that you can be a feminine, blue-collar babe out there doing just as great as work as the guys. So, alright guys, see you around.